Is anybody here? Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. How you doing? How you doing? I wanted to talk about some stuff real quick. How you doing? My dog says hi. Guys, I just wanted to clear some things up. Hang on. It's a mailman, Milo. I know that's loud, right? Sorry. Hey, Lamb Chop. I like that. Lamb Chop. Amy Carroll. I'm going to tell you what I'm clearing up. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I got to give them something. Okay. Then you going to be quiet? Yes, little man. All right, youngin. Okay, youngin. You and your beautiful sister. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's Danny's and there's Milo's. This one's for you. You are my destiny. This one's for you, Miley. Milo. Milo, Milo, Milo. Milo. Danny, that one's yours. You can't have both. Pick one. Pick one. Go ahead, Danny. That one's yours, then. The same thing, dude. Same thing. Same thing. Hey guys. Hey, hey, hey. So I just wanted to to tell you real quick that so there's I said something incorrectly. Tyler Coyle is not Nick's lawyer anymore. However, he is the lawyer that I spoke with 3 times in regards to the clemency letters. He is the lawyer that I sent those clemency letters to. He is the lawyer that said he was going to get the clemency letters together and give them to Nick. That's who he is. So he used to be Nick's lawyer, and he was doing this as a favor for Nick. I don't know who Nick's lawyer is today. I know that the only thing, you're welcome for son-in-law. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Amy. Exactly. And that's what he told me. And that's what he told me. That's what he told me. And I had said in this video, in the last video that I put up, and I caught myself when you said, I think it was you that wrote to me, that said that Tyler was no longer his lawyer and that he was doing it as a favor. Yes, I'm aware of that. And I'm aware that I didn't mean to say Nick's current lawyer. And that's exactly the way that it came out. And so it's not. So I apologize and thank you for bringing that to my attention. I don't have a problem with that. If I say something wrong, I want to be right. But I did reach out to him to find out why or why, who got those letters? Like, was it Nick that actually got the letters now? Why they weren't going for the clemency when I was under the impression, and he gave me the impression that they were going for it in March. March is passed, and now they're trying to ask for money to go for clemency. It doesn't cost for anything for clemency, does it? Does it? I mean, this is stuff that people need to check into. They're asking for $250,000. And then they got pissed when I said, why would you ask for all that? Go to a lawyer, get a breakdown at least, and put it down so that people know what they're doing, and show us who you are. Show us your face. Let us know we could trust you. That I don't think that's too much to ask. Well, all he's entitled to is clemency, from my understanding. That's what Tyler Coyle said to me, that there were no more appeals and that all he was entitled to was a clemency. So, I don't know. Listen, here's the thing. I'm a layman when it comes to this. The people that NPG is asking for money from are laymen. So tell us, where is the money going? Who's the lawyer you're going to get? Why do you need this much money? Give us a breakdown. I don't think I did watch the video that they put out. It was a video of something that happened in the house where his mom heard spirits or something. I mean, what, did I miss something there? Did you guys not see that? And who is it? Who is NPG Cornerstone? Don't tell me it's Nick. It's not Nick. Somebody's running that group. People want to know the questions. You think, listen, when I tell you that I got letters about this because people sent me clemency letters, and now people want to know what is going on with NPG Cornerstone, do you know how many people said they don't answer them? NPG Cornerstone has a PR problem, and yet they're asking for $250,000. What aren't I listening to? What if they, I'm not the only one. Wait a minute, Amy. I'm not the only one that's missing something here. There's a lot of people missing something here. So let's say I'm missing it. Can they explain it better so that we can all understand, or is it part of a clique? Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. I don't know what's up with them. I can't imagine why they filed a habeas corpus application. They seem like spinning their wheels, won't go anywhere. Guys, please don't be mean to Amy. She has a different opinion. Don't, please. I don't want anybody being mean to people. I want us to understand, if something's going to help Nick, don't you think I want to help him? What do you think I've been spouting my mouth off about? Do you really think that I would take every word that I said when I said it publicly in front of everybody? I want Nick to have a fair chance. I want his mitigating circumstances to be considered because they matter. So why wouldn't I want this for him? Why wouldn't I want a fair shot for him? Of course I do. And let me tell you, and I don't care how this sounds, I mean this. I've had a few people say, well, NPG trusts them. He trusted Gypsy too. So I don't necessarily trust who he trusts, and I shouldn't have to. I don't have to give money. I'm not giving money to NPG Cornerstone. There's a way to give Nick money that NPG Cornerstone has nothing to do with. And Nick can take that money. And that's when I said, if you guys don't believe me, ask classifications. Call Petoskey. He's in Petoskey Correctional. Call them and ask them if he's allowed to take his money from his Securus or JPay account, from his JPay account. And if he's allowed to use it for other things, can he take it and put it in with his money to get a lawyer? Ask them. So okay, let's see. Hey CJ, how you doing? CJB, how you doing? I don't think you're being mean to anybody, Amy. Um, Crafts Crime Guys. I think Gypsy and Christy have everything to do with MPG. See, this is the problem, Amy. And I'm not trying to be mean to you either. But this is the why do people think this? I didn't put this in their head. I didn't put this in their head at all. The NPG has a PR problem. Why? Why aren't they trustworthy? Wait a minute. I want to see that. What'd you say, Joshua? Hang on. I'm an ex-convict from the federal and the state prisons. Putting the money on his books gives him the option to buy books to send money. Or he could do what he wants with his money. Am I right? He doesn't have to buy commissary with that money. It doesn't say you have to buy commissary. And that's what NPG said at one point. The money in the JPay is only for commissary. No, it's not. I don't know Karen from there anyway. Just wants to know where. That's it. I think if you're going to ask people for money, and listen, Amy is not Amy, he could take that money and put it anywhere. He could take that money and put it in a bank account. Why can't it be used for that? I think that information is wrong. It's his money. There's no stipulation on his money. He could take his money and use it. I think you're wrong about that. I mean, it was not, listen, I worked in a jail and people got there, and what was explained to me when I called Patasi by the classifications officer was we have people, because then there was something they can only have so much money in their account, right? That was one of the things NPG said. One of the people from that group said, and I called and spoke to a classification officer about this, and they said no, because people even get their tax returns. If anybody remembers that comment that I said months ago, people even get their tax returns. So I don't think that's true. I just don't think that's true. JPay for sure. You can pay for his stamps, email people. You can pay for videos, talking. You can also buy commissary and property and books. Okay, so the question, Joshua, is can he take that money and use it for, like, if he wanted to pay for a lawyer, can he take the money and put it elsewhere for a different cause, for a different thing? Yeah, they're asking for $250,000 from my understanding. Listen, I believe this. Check that out. I believe that. But they were getting stimulus checks. I heard that from a few people, to be honest with you. Look on Google. That is how much a good. Okay, Amy. Amy, they need to pick out a lawyer. And if they want to do this, yeah, spot fund is, and they take a lot of money. That's a good point. 1980. That's totally a good point. Good point. It's they take a lot of money. If the money is on his books, he could put it on JPay. There's separate accounts, but if you put it on JPay, he can also get it to accounts where people are trying to confuse people here is what's going on. Absolutely. Absolutely so. I agree. Absolutely so. He can get it to his account. So it's his money. It might not be available right away, but he can take all of his money from JPay, am I right? And put it elsewhere to help fight for a legal defense for him. So yeah, but I don't know. That's a good question, Jen. That's a good question. There's a lot of people here saying NPG Cornerstone is shady. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't do any of this. This is NPG. It is. No, you're absolutely right, millennial. It was. It was absolutely. And they took a lot of money. Remember, they took a lot of money. It was for the urn, where he thought that we had made that they had gotten enough money, and then it was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And it was like, oh my gosh, look at how much money they're taking. Yep. And they've never been straightforward about anything, and that includes before I came on the scene. So this is all I have to, this is what I put on my community page. Nick's identification number and Potassi, Potassi, however it's pronounced in Missouri. I said Chillicothe. I really thought it was universal, but I was told Chillicothe is the woman's penitentiary. I thought it was a place. But anyway, it doesn't matter. He's in Potassi. Let me help my dog. She's kind of got her bone way under. Daddy, let me help you. You got that way under there. You can't even get that, huh? Let me help you get that. Come here, mommy. Help you right here. Nothing even in here. You're taking you work for nothing. There's nothing in there. You finished it up. Silly. Anyway, he's in Potassi, and you could write to him through Securus, and you can write to him through Securus and send him money if you wanted through JPay. And you could do that. Potosi. Okay, is how you pronounce it. Okay. That's okay, Potosi. So there we go. That's how it's pronounced from my friend 1980, and I believe her. Edie Cook, I don't know what you're saying. If they're blocking people, so they're blocking people. See what I'm saying? It's just when people want to help people, like, why wouldn't you let them help you? That was the problem that we had with the clemency letters. But here's the thing, and this was the thing that happened, and I'm not trying to throw shade or whatever the words are, but Ivory Rose grows wild. Is that the woo woo bestie? I have nothing against that young lady at all. Not at all. She The problem that they had with her was when she asked for money for a lawyer because she thought she was going to use a lawyer, and the criticism came with, wait a minute, don't just go asking money for a lawyer, go speak to a lawyer, find a lawyer that you like. They'll give you time. They will give you time. Explain the situation to the lawyer. Maybe the lawyer's going to say, listen, that's a fucking waste of money, man, and I'm not even going to take that on. There are lawyers that probably wouldn't even take it on. So that's the first thing. You go find yourself a lawyer, and then you say, listen, we're going to do a spot fund me because, as you know, the case is pretty big and Nick's got a lot of support behind him. Okay. Can you possibly give us a breakdown so while we're asking for money, people know where the money's going? Maybe we could do it in stages. Is that possible? Any good lawyer, anybody who's on the up and up, who's really going to help, would gladly get that together. And there's no reason, if you're going to ask for $250,000, that that's something that somebody shouldn't do before. You're asking for $250,000. Nobody's willing to do the work beforehand. You're just going to get $250,000 and look up and see which lawyer costs $250,000. That's ridiculous. That doesn't sound right. What makes you think I want to do anything with this woman, Wyoming Wind? I love 1980 millennial. I love millennial. That was fine. Exactly. That's the point. Exactly what I'm saying right here. That's exactly that's it. That's all people want to know, especially when we don't have a face behind an organization that's asking for $250,000. Who's going to do that? That's the point. Put somebody behind NPG Cornerstone. It seems to me that NPG Cornerstone doesn't really want to help Nick because they're doing it ass backwards. Now, you guys know in NPG Cornerstone that you're doing it ass backwards, right? Because look at the YouTube channel hasn't expanded, really. You're not getting the word out. And as much as you're getting the word out, you're getting all this criticism along with it. So the question is, are you really trying to help Nick? Or are you trying to appear like you're trying to help Nick? And that was the last question that I ever asked Tyler Coyle. So people in the comments, MPG video, were saying Gypsy was in the comments, but I couldn't find it. Okay, so I heard that Gypsy was in my comments, but she doesn't come under Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I don't know why. She came under what name, guys? What name did you say? Okay. That's why, Joshua, that's why I said if they send it JPay, it goes directly into his account, right? That goes directly into his jail account because he's actually thanked me for sending him money before. So I know he gets that. If he takes that money and chooses to give it away, that's on him. But he definitely has access to that. Am I correct about that, Joshua? As I wait for you to answer. Because that's the way it used to be. Where I worked. I mean, they definitely got that money. I know he definitely knows that money was sent to him because he thanked me specifically for it. Yes, I send Nick money. I try to send him money once a month. Not a lot of money at all, just for him to get something that maybe he wasn't expected to get. And from my understanding, there's quite a few people that are sending him some money so that he can get a few things here or there. About lawyers will work with him for $5,000. That's, so this comment alone, whether it's true or not, this comment alone makes NPG Cornerstone need to have a spokesperson for it that we can ask questions to. You know what I'm saying? Again, when we get comments like this isn't. Listen, if you really work, not that you work for it. Hang on, let me collect my words. I don't even know if. Hey, Renell, how you doing, Renell Smith? Everybody. No, I think that I believe you, Joshua. I mean, I believe that we're talking about JPay and all of that stuff. So I have no reason to not believe you about that. We ain't talking about any big crimes here. So I believe that. But I'll tell you what, can you reach out to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com? Because I would love to have you on the channel and, maybe you could share with us what it would be like for Nick and how a day for him would be like. I think that's something that people are interested in. Yeah, guys, Renell Smith's here. Renell Smith is here. Much love to Renell here. 1980, as we know, is here. 1980 millennial. Yeah, they're going to punish Nick for all the money. What do you mean punish him? How? And we have people saying here, and Renell says hi to everybody in the chat. Hi, beautiful people. That's Renell. He will be in trouble. That's what is. It's sad. Well, he can only spend so much. I know that he can only spend so much. And, I don't know how much money he has, but I do know that, there are people that are sending him a few dollars here or there. So I don't know what he has. But I think that it's not the people on the inside that I'm worried about for Nick, to be honest. It's the people on the outside that I'm worried about with Nick. That's the problem, in my opinion, is, what's going on. And here we go again. And, listen, I waited as long as I could to not speak on this, but I'm the one that took the clemency letters and mailed them. So I had to speak on it. I had to. I had to speak on it. What does it count? Yeah. I don't know. They don't have to take anything on pro bono, but that wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think that people would be working on that? But they're not even working on going to get a lawyer to even get a breakdown to ask people for $250,000. They're just sitting behind a computer screen. We don't know who they are, asking for $250,000. Somebody could donate $50,000. They never hear of the lawyer and they have nobody to go to. Nobody. And then they pick Spot Fund. Spot Fund takes such a large percentage. It's ridiculous. No, I hear what you're saying. I totally hear what you're saying, Joshua. Yeah, that's why I stopped talking about that. I get it. I get it. I get it. So guys, I want really just to be clear about this. Just because they don't post anything doesn't mean they aren't helping. Okay, well they can continue to help. What are they asking people for help for if they're helping? If they're the one asking people for help, Amy, they're the one that's asking people for help. So the fact that they're not getting that help is because maybe they're not asking in the right way. Maybe they're not showing in the right way. If it doesn't work, why they keep doing it the same way over and over and over again? They need somebody with PR experience to help them. I don't know who that is. So here's somebody that was there, probably knows the system better than you and I together, Amy. Okay, so I think that there's a big difference here in things. You got people saying that they think that there's lawyers that would do it pro bono. Joshua's saying, listen, I could get a lawyer. It's a lot less money when I reach out from inside the the prison facilities. And people are asking for $250,000. So there's a big difference there. Amy, I think that being able to get yourself a lawyer isn't about the facility. I think it's about the rights of an inmate, and I think that that's just the way it is. I don't think it's about a facility. It's not like if they haven't gotten tablets yet. Yeah, I would love reach out to me, please, at toddy1skip@gmail.com. Josh, I'd love to have you on the channel if that'd be cool with you. It's almost May now and Nick's birthday, so you would think that NPG Cornerstone would explain the clemency letters and what happened with the attorney that was working with Nick, and not a supernatural video. Isn't that the video I saw? I said there was a supernatural video and they told me that I didn't understand it. And that's okay because I don't understand it. Alof, how you doing? NPG haven't said if they have a lawyer or what they intend to help. That's the thing. The video before that video, Toddy. I don't know that I saw that video, Amy. I'll have to see that video. My apologies if I didn't see that video, but I will. I'll look at the video. I'll check it out. I just know that when I Googled and I looked up stuff, It just didn't make sense to me. I'm just being honest. I will, Amy. I promise you, I will. I will. Are you in the Nick infiltration group? No, leave her alone. No, 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 no. She's not part of the Nick infiltration group. She just has a different opinion. And guys, I want people with different opinions to come and feel safe on this channel. So please let's not do that, because maybe we'll never find things out if we don't have people that are willing to come on here and talk to us. This woman's not doing anything. So you are a part, Amy, you are a part of the NPG Cornerstone group. That's great. That's great. So we just want some clarification. And I'm not trying to be funny. Who's running that group? We'd like to know who's running that group. Lowell Hancock, I'm glad you caught alive with me too. We held a fundraiser for Nick and we raised over $650,000, $650 for him. Is that what you're saying? That's great. Okay, if you believe you have been victimized by a charity fraud scam, okay, well, okay. All right, I'm not going to comment on that. Does anyone know if Nick has an appointed advocate? Isn't he entitled to one because of his disability? That's another question. These are things that I'd be looking into and I would want to know about. It made me pause when Nick, if you believe you, wait a minute. Sorry. It made me pause when Nick said NPG are legit, but we know he has been horribly manipulated before. That's the problem. I have a problem. I know that Nick believes this. Nick told me that. Nick said that this was his group and that they spoke for him. Yep, he said that. I don't necessarily believe that Nick knows what's best for him. And listen, I don't have to believe in Nick. Who says I have to believe in him? I believe what Gypsy did to him, but I don't believe that Nick knows what's best for him. Where'd he learn that? In prison? Because he went from Gypsy to prison. So before I say anything to give Nick more credit, I would have to see growth. And I haven't seen anything but AI videos. And the fact that he got manipulated again by somebody else. So, you know, guys, please, if anybody's giving this woman a hard time, please don't give Amy a hard time. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you came into the chat. I will watch that video. I promise you I will. You can reach out to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com. I will, as soon as I'm done with this, I'll watch that. And then I'm going to take a shower and go to bed because I'm going to work tonight. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to jump on here really and just tell you about Amy, I'm sorry you got hate because you didn't deserve it for anything you said or did here. Guys, it's not cool to do that to somebody who's not doing anything but just speaking their opinion. You know, I don't care if she was part of NPG Cornerstone. We had somebody we could talk to about it. You know, so anyway, all right, guys. So I do want to watch. I knew what you meant, Louise. I knew what you meant. I do want to watch the I understand, but listen, I understand that we want answers, but this was one person who just said she was a part of the group. She didn't say she ran the group. She asked me to watch a video. She wasn't being disrespectful. She didn't do anything wrong. She was sticking up for something she believes in. There's nothing wrong with that. She wasn't being disrespectful. So You know what? I would love to reach out to her more and say, Can we learn more? We're not going to learn more unless we ask, apparently, right? We're not going to learn more unless we try. So if we have to be the first ones to try, okay. And then if we get our hands hit or our hands get stuck later, okay, but at least we tried. I don't have a problem looking like a fool if I try something, because at least I tried. And if I keep trying and I keep getting my hand hit or I keep getting my fingers stuck in something or slamming something, then I'm a fool. But I'm not a fool when we first try to ask. We want to know. So how are we going to know if we don't ask? It just makes sense, right? It just makes sense. Right. And I didn't see that. And Amy, listen, Amy, what happened with that? Listen, guys. So this is how easy things get misunderstood. Amy was talking to me about a video that I thought I had addressed by saying the supernatural video. She was talking about a whole other video that she was trying to get me to listen or to understand. And it wasn't until one of the comments that she said, somebody said, or so I said something about that video, the supernatural video, and she said, "No, Toddy, the video before then." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know about that." That's all that was about. That's all that was about, was that we misunderstood each other. So that's all that happened. That's it. That's all that happened there. And so this woman doesn't deserve anything. And even if she had a problem with me, she doesn't deserve. God, you guys know I'll fight my own battles. This woman didn't do anything but try to get me to see something that I kept missing. And in the meantime, it was right in front of my face. But the problem is, there's a chat, there's the written word. She's talking about another video. I'm talking about another video. That's all that happened there. Good. I'm glad, Amy. I'm glad. And I want you to feel, safe to come back here. We're not a hate channel. We don't do hate. We don't do hate here. So that I am going to check out that video. I am tired. I am going to go to sleep. I am going to take a shower and I am going to say thank you guys. And I am going to try to get a video out for you in the morning. I'm going to be working at the special place tonight with all the windows behind me. So, okay. The letters did go to Tyler. Okay, guys. All right. So, guys, be good. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I was going to say be good now, but when be good just stuck. And then I was just like, I should just let that float. Guys, seriously, thank you. I just wanted to get that on there because more than anything, I wanted you to understand that, yes, I misspoke when I was talking about Tyler because I gave the impression that he was Nick's lawyer currently. He's not currently. He did that as a favor for Nick. Like I had said at the beginning, he was collecting the letters and going to give the whole file to Nick. And then in the video that I just put out, I said I gave the impression that Tyler was Nick's lawyer. He was the lawyer that I sent the letters to and that I spoke to. Okay? Okay, guys, I appreciate you. Justice for Nick, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we should all be, in my opinion. If you believe he should have a fair shot. That's all. That's it. I just think he should have a fair shot with his mitigating circumstances being considered, because Gypsy's fake mitigating circumstances were totally considered and they didn't even exist. Nick's actually exist. And then let them decide under those circumstances, let them decide what's best for Nick, because I don't know what's best for Nick. None of us knows what's best for Nick because none of us know Nick. None of us know him. He's incarcerated. Yes, fair. I don't know that he'll get another trial, but he should at least get a reconsideration. Nick does not have a lawyer right now. That's correct. Amy said that, and I do believe that Nick does not have a lawyer right now. And that was important to realize because, and I understand why the person wrote to me. I don't remember. I guess it was Amy that wrote to me, because for me to let you guys believe that Nick has a lawyer and then NPG Cornerstone is asking for $250,000, that's not the case. So let me stop right there and say that that is not the case. Nick does not have a lawyer. Tyler was his lawyer, but as a favor did this for Nick. So NPG Cornerstone, whether I agree with them or not, they are asking for their money to get Nick a special lawyer for the habeas corpus. I have to watch the video. I don't want to speak on it. I have to watch the video. That's right. There you go. I have to watch the video. I just saw you say that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, guys. Okay, good. So we got a few people that want to watch this video. So it's the NPG Cornerstone video. Which one is it, Amy? So that they can watch it and we can watch the right one. Waiting on you to respond, Amy. Just the name of the video, which is good because let them watch it. I think that's great. This is good. Maybe she's looking it up. Hey, Jules, 1965. What's it like in my favorite country? Okay, it's the one before the paranormal one. It's got a great picture. I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll drop that link. I will go ahead and drop that link. I don't know if I could drop it in this, but I'll drop it on the community page. How's that? I'll drop it on the community page. I'll go get that right now, and I'll drop it on the community page. Okay. So I'll go do that, and then you guys could go check it out. All right, guys. Oh wait, Amy's saying don't wait till you're not going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to put the link on here, Amy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do exactly what I said. I'll put it on my community page. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do that. Guys, thank you as always. Thank you as always for allowing me to be part of your day. Amy, this video, NPGCN, what's happening update? Is that the one, Amy? Is this the name of the one? Yep. Yes. Okay, so this is the name of the video. Hang on. Where did it go? It should be here. NPG Cornerstone, what's happening update. Okay. All right. I'll still put that up, Amy. I'll still put that up. Like I said, I would. All right. Yeah. No. I'm going to put it up. All right, guys. So let me do that so I can go to sleep, so I can wake up and go to work. And thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Try to be kind, guys. I appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean that. Thank you.